Hey y'all, it's Deanna. You're only going to see my hands today because my cameraman is not here at the moment. So, if you were watching the other night, you saw him make some delicious pork chops and they were on point. So I've got this nice leftover roast or center point pork loin left over from that. So I'm going to do something with that. Starting by seasoning it well, of course. Salt. Good old pepper. Garlic. Garlic, if I can get it open, there it is. So I'm actually working from home today, and it's 12:05, and I want to get this in the oven so that we can eat tonight. I'm going to cook it low and slow. I'm going to start it off at 250. I actually have an appointment after work, so probably won't eat till a little bit later. I'm thinking we may not even eat as late as 7:30 tonight. I don't know. Just depends on how it goes. Now, the spices I used here were salt, pepper, onion powder, paprika. I don't know if I showed you that one or not. I apologize for my camera skills today. These are things you would normally have in your cabinet, I'm sure, but the things that you may not have is this Pampered Chef Smoky Applewood. Give it a little smoke flavor. The paprika will give it a little smoke flavor too. I have this from a local company called Spice Bouquet, and this is some Carolina steak and brisket rub I'm going to use. And this is similar to what Michael used the other night on the pork chops. He had used Sweet Heat. What I'm using today is the Cheshire Smokehouse Original. But just use whatever you've got. Whatever you like. I don't want too much of this rub here on it because it actually has a lot of dill on it. Or dill in it. You can smell it too. Okay, so I got one side. And just repeat. Ooh. Even on the fatty side, I'm going to repeat it. And I've got an old grandma pan. How long has it been since you've seen one of these? They cook awesome. So I want to cook it with the lid on it. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of that pan, just enough to kind of coat it a little bit. I'm going to add just a tick of water to the bottom of the pan too. So very simple. Simple indeed. I don't know if y'all have ever heard the story about the little girl watching her mom cook a roast and put it in the pan. I always thought this was kind of a neat story. She asked her why she always cut the ends of her roast off before she placed it in the pan. And the mother said, well, that's just how my mom always did it. And she said, well, I'll ask Grandma. So the story proceeded on until she got to Grandma, who said the same thing. She did the same thing as her mom. Little girl asked Great Grandma, and she said, well, why do you cut the ends before you place it in the pan? And the great grandmother said, well, when we first got married, we had a very small oven and a very small pan, and that was the only pan I had. So I always cut the roast off. And all this time they've been throwing that good meat away. Why? Because they made assumptions. They never asked questions. They just assumed. Don't do that, guys. Don't throw good meat away. And don't not ask questions. There is no dumb question. So, be right back. Let me get a little spray. So, got a little new little gadget here. This little gadget has my olive oil in it. And I can just kind of pump it and spray it and control it. So, probably a little more economical too than buying can spray all the time. I'm going to start this off with the fat side up so that those juices will go down in it. I'll add a little bit of water. I'll put my lid on it. And I'm going to bake this at 250. And it is now 12:09. So, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Y'all, I'm back. We put the roast in this afternoon at 12 o'clock. And that was at 350, no, excuse me, it was at 250. And it cooked until about 4:30, at which time I took the temp down to 175. And then at 6 o'clock, I just cut it off. So the roast was just sitting there in the oven. I never flipped it. I kept the lid on it the whole time. We've done nothing to it, but just let it sit there and cook very low and slow. So I'm gonna make up a little bit of sauce here. And I just got a hodgepodge of things that I found. Some stubs that I had left over from another meal. We'll do a shot of spicy brown mustard. That was probably more than a shot. That word I can't say. Say it, Michael.
Worcestershire.
Yeah. My cameraman's back, by the way, y'all. He's off work and he's back. Normally I would use our local honey. We have a really good local honey, but I'm kind of low on that, so I'm just using this, whatever this little teddy bear honey is that everybody, and this isn't going to be real sweet. It's, especially with all the other stuff. Shot of lemon juice. I don't have any fresh lemon to squeeze in it, but that's okay. I don't know, I like to just put whatever I got on hand. And normally I would also have my hair up, but y'all, I just come back from the hairdresser. I had to get them grays covered up from the quarantine. Some brown sugar, as the song would say. Oops. Love this Georgia sauce. We use this a lot. And if we continue with these videos, Mr. B will have to do a whole hog on the grill. And we make the sauce up a little bit different there. But we do use some Georgias on that. You use Georgias on that, right?
Mm-hmm. Next thing I got to cook. I got to cook Ivan some ribs.
Oh, yeah. And y'all know, Eastern North Carolina, you got to have the vinegar in your barbecue. Don't listen to them on the western side of the state. They put ketchup in there. We ain't. Ooh, oh, do you see how much hot pepper I put in that? Dang. I might better go back and put a little bit more of the stuff in that. See, I can't talk and cook at the same time. Well, actually I can. I talk a lot. All right. That's plenty of sauce for no more than what we're doing. I tell you what, I'm gonna put a little bit more of that stubs in there. I might would even melt a little bit of butter to start this sauce with. This is, again, no recipe here. I'm just kind of, now I'll bring this over here. I want to get it hot, and then I'm going to bring it back a little bit. All right, smell-o-vision.
I can already smell it.
Can you? You think I got it too hot?
It's good.
It does smell good, doesn't it? Okay. So, had that roast on for 6.5 hours. And y'all remember what it looked like when I put it in. Oops. In that great big pan. Now, I don't know if you can get that from there, but y'all, that thing, this is where I started off in a big pan, and look how small it is. Bring it over here so you can see it good. Did it draw up or did it draw up? Got a good broth in there. Now, another way I could have done this, and this is what my husband thought we were doing when he walked in the door. He thought I was gonna put some potatoes and carrots in this and do like a roast, but I just decided to take it back Eastern style tonight. And we're gonna shred it and barbecue it and make some slaw. I don't have any buns. I'm gonna do these in wraps. That does not pull my Southern card that I'm not having a barbecue and slaw sandwich. I am having it in a wrap because that's just what I kind of want to do, something different. Now, get hot over here and get this roast out. And while that sauce is cooking, I'm gonna attempt to shred this. I don't know how that's gonna go. You'll get ready to see how tender it is. Best way for me to get this out is to put these on and just grab it. These old funky clubs here. You know, I might save that broth though and do a little something with it. And I might add a little bit of that broth to my sauce over there. Oh yeah, it's coming apart on my hands. Okay, so yeah, you see that? It's coming apart. Let's go ahead and take some of this fat off of it though. I guess you could leave the fat in there, but some people would just chalk the fat right up there in it. I don't want that much fat in it, but I guess I could. Might leave a little bit on it for flavor. That's got a big hump right there. I don't want that in it. Okay. Tell you what, let me just jump this fat right back in this pot here. Hear that sauce over there starting to boil. Get this up. Now that I've made a mess, back over here and stir this right quick. Oh yeah, that sauce smells good. And I can smell the vinegar, thank you Jesus. Let's see how tender this is. I see you. Be getting that. Alright. That looks pretty good and tender, doesn't it? Not, I mean, I could have cooked it a little bit longer maybe. But I didn't want to dry it out either. Smells good. I'm gonna drop a little bit of this broth into my sauce over here. Just a little spoonful. Just a little spoonful. Now I've never used these things before. Michael, you've used them, haven't you? Just kind of.
Yeah, you just shred it up.
Shred it up. Easy way to do it. Now I feel like I need to get my hair pulled back.
Make it look like pulled pork instead of chopped.
Yeah, right. Ooh, it's good and tender. This will make us sandwiches tonight, sandwiches for lunch. I might even have put some in a bag and freeze it for later. Barbecue freezes pretty good. But when you go to heat it, you do reheat it. You do have to heat it slow. I think I'm supposed to be doing these bear claw things like this. So what do you think? Slaw, barbecue, and a wrap? Maybe a pickle on the side? That sounds pretty good to me.
I might just eat barbecue on a plate.
Barbecue and slaw on a plate with a pickle on the side. That sounds good too. So these things are pretty convenient. I ain't hating on these things. Got some good flavor in there. I put, well, you'll have to go back and see the rest of the video to see what I put on it earlier, I guess. He won't hear when I got this ready, y'all. A little bit of fat, but that's okay. There, that's pretty good. Let me get a, this is already boiling over here. May not need all that. Let me grab a pan right quick and put this in. There we go. There we go. Love these mats. That's so convenient just to. Ooh, that's made up a lot of barbecue, didn't it? Look at that. Let me taste a little piece. Y'all, get your hands out of there. Ain't like we ain't gonna have enough. How is it?
It's good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Got good flavor, doesn't it?
I can't wait to put that sauce on it.
Mm-hmm. Yummy. I didn't think I was going to use all this sauce, but you know what? I think I've made up just about the right amount. Whoop! Used it all. Just the right amount. Whoops. Get it nice and juicy. All right, tastes a little bite now, Michael, and tell me what it needs. Here, I'll bring you a piece. Hold on. Hold on. I'll bring you a piece. There you go. You good? What's it need? More vinegar?
No, it's good.
You think it needs more vinegar? He's trying to put his hand back in here, y'all. Alright, I think that's going to give us some, make a little slaw and give us plenty of barbecue sandwiches. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. We're getting ready to eat. But first we're going to say our blessing. Y'all have a good one. Bye.